Is one of the world's top chefs. He's an extremely busy man. He's cash rich and would love to put some of that spare money into trading, but he just doesn't have the time. He knows he's going to get frustrated. He wants somebody, a professional, to trade for him. He's in luck though. The Stop Hunter has the perfect solution for him. It's called IGOX. It's a fully automated copy trading service built by the Stop Hunter to give you access to global markets 24/7 and to potentially access the Stop Hunter's higher trading returns. Learn more and get signed up by visiting our website www.igox. Hello everybody and welcome to a new addition to the weekly lineup. It's all about the FTSE 100 this morning. It's Tuesday the 19th of September, 9:30 AM GMT over here in the UK. Welcome to you all. I had a look at a few markets to put into this slot. I thought about the DAX, some other indexes in there as well, but FTSE, a very, very popular day trading market. So thought we would put it in there. I trade it quite a lot as well. Going to focus quite a lot on the technicals, a bit of background to the index as well. And we'll try and come up with a look at where that price is going to head next. So let's dive straight away into the charts. Why not? Let's see what's going on this morning. First thing, it's been a not too bad start actually. You can see opens 8 o'clock UK time. We started in on this bar here and it's been pretty good start. It's hitting this pivot point around about 76, 74. You can see the previous day not so great, using this sort of area as the support. Everything at the moment looking quite bullish, so a more positive start to the day. But the big one this week for the FTSE 100, like many markets, is going to be all about interest rates. Like I mentioned in yesterday's programs, US, Switzerland, Japan, but the UK on Thursday. Possibly going to stay as they are, but it's going to be interesting to see what actually happens. Have a look at the voting count, see whether they agree, disagree, whether there's any changes versus predicted. That might add some volatility into the market. But let's focus in on the FTSE 100. Where has it, well, what has it done in 2023 so far? This is relative to most of the other major markets on our planet. You can see the S&P is my benchmark guy right in the middle there, up 16%. And I'm afraid you have to take your eyes down towards the bottom. That's the FTSE 100 there, up 2.69% for the year. So hasn't been a great year. At least it's not negative, touch wood, so far. But it's not been a great performance compared to its peers. You can see the DAX and the CAC both 11-12% up. The S&P, like we said, Nikkei 26-27%, and the Nasdaq up there at 39%. So not that great, but what this year has been performing and not performing, so to speak. I've got a heat map here, year to date, filtered by volume times price over the last month, to create some size to the different stocks. And my eyes immediately drawn, I suppose, to energy and minerals. We've got Shell and BP in here, up nearly 10 and 9%. Got some other good areas. This one, which we'll talk about in a minute, actually. Electronic technology, that's Rolls-Royce, BAE Systems, doing very well for themselves. On the downside, it's looking like consumer non-durables. That's drinks companies like Diageo. We got Unilever there, not doing so well. Bats, British American Tobacco there, and also down the bottom here, the mining stocks also. Anglo there, Rio, also not doing very well. Normally finance is strong, and as you can see, HSBC doing pretty well there, leading the way, but other players like Barclays not so strong. Any other takeaways? Not really. Bit of a mixed bag. Just pick up on Glencore there, another commodities-based company, down 16%. Takeaway, Rolls-Royce, look at that one, up 138%. But what about actual sectors at the moment? What sectors are driving or hindering the market? I've picked 8 out for us here today, starting on the top left. This one surprised me really, being the state of the UK auto industry. Actually, have a look at that. It's been a pretty decent 2023. These are weekly chart, by the way, Heiken-Ashi charts set back to the beginning of the year. It's been pretty decent. Then to the right of that, aerospace and defence. That's the Rolls-Royce, nothing to do with the cars, and BAE Systems. Then we got oil and gas, the energy sector. Then right over there on the right, software and computers. Companies like Sage probably driving those numbers up. So that top 4 my positive ones at the moment, sectors you might want to look at for buying. And for selling, we've got down the bottom left, media. You can see there, trailing on down. Telecoms, that's to be companies like Vodafone. Medical equipment down there. And then beverages, that's the Diageos of this world. So that's 4 that are driving upwards and 4 driving downwards. And let's get into some longer term FTSE 100 price action. And my takeaway from here is the volatility. As you can see right down the bottom, this is historical volatility. It's only running about 10%, which is really, really low historically. You can see we did have that spike through, I suppose that's COVID time there. We saw the markets coming off. And then it has been in recovery mode. The 2 indicators I've got above is Lagur RSI. That's a modified RSI version. I use that more as a trend filter on this guy. You can see as it crosses up, it's bullish, it's staying bullish, then just returns down. Gone back bullish. Currently, we're in a bit of a negative trend set up there. You can see there in that price. Above that, the awesome oscillator is just starting to point green. Interesting 2 standard deviation regression band from that low. Look how the index likes to travel on those bands. So maybe looking at that, we've got some upside in there to highs around 8,500 if things can take off, if we're thinking positive about the FTSE, and then to near 9,000. But if we fail from here, we go outside those bands. We got this 61.8% Fibonacci line at 6,800, and then the other key one, 6,050 to 38.2% line. So moving into my Renko charts, what have we got here? We've got, what can we say first of all? Well, this is a longer term look using a 15 block size. You can see up there in the top left. At the moment, we've got a modified DMI, positive, stochastic bearish, so pretty neutral there. We have got that trend up from the lows around mid-August, so it has been doing pretty decently over the last few weeks, just pulling back from the highs around 7,740. Might see some support here, 7,600, and then the FTSE is one for liking the round numbers. So what could we say? That's 61.8 at 7,550. What else? 38.2, 7,400. A lot of price action and noise through there. Really though, I suppose it has been, like I said, in that 2 standard deviation regression band, and it's just been sort of winding its way, sort of directionless really, as you can see by the overall performance year to date, up only a couple of percent. Nothing too exciting there, but with that point movement, you've got 500 point range just on there. There's money to be made from the index, and we close in on some shorter term Renko. Sorry, that was I'll beg your pardon. That was the short term view. I was using the 15 block size there. Got that the wrong way around. That is our more immediate focus. Now I've gone quite aggressive there on that 15 block size, so I would call that more, in Renko terms, you're starting to think it's teetering between scalpy and sort of swing tradey type number, and giving you some targets there for possible downside moves. Upwise, we're talking through those highs 7,880, round that up to 7,900, and then 7,950 is two possible upsides maybe. And let's just now flip back to that longer term one, because we can see where the price action is happening by taking a step back. Again, we got a bullish setup down the bottom, starting to bearish on the stochastic, so we'll give that a neutral overall. We've got these three touches, if you notice, they're clearly identified by the Renko chart at that 38.2 key Fibonacci. We'll round that to 7,200, so that looks like the longer term pullback zone. And if it breaks that, then we're talking 7,050 and then 6,750. And flipping that round, we've got to the upside 7,500, 7,550. That's that key Fibonacci line there, where we might see that price pull back to bounce off. And then, like I said, the highs sort of got a bit of overhead resistance there. It did peak out through there April time, and then we're going to get back to that 8,000 level. That's a psychological round number, and it's going to be a tricky one to break if it does go up for there. And then 8,350 in the longer term. So that's the longer term numbers. And then, like I said, take that down into the short term if you're a faster paced trader, with some numbers. Like I said, in the immediate time, we could say 7,600, 7,550, 7,400, then upside 7,900, 7,950. So that's my quick look at the FTSE 100. Hope you've enjoyed it. We'll keep that on the roster for the autumn winter period. It's a good one to trade actually over sort of the November, December, January time. A lot of seasonality at play normally in this index. So we'll cover off a few strategies then nearer the time. Got a double header of energy later today. 11:30 we start with WTI, and then at 1 p.m. we have got nat gas, and then tomorrow we have what have we got? Oh, we got another new one actually, Bitcoin, first thing in the morning, and then midday, well, 1 o'clock, we have 3 stocks I'd like to buy and 3 I'd sell, and that wraps up the 8 shows that we've got out at the moment. And if you do like this sort of stuff and you're new to the channel, don't forget to hit the subscribe and bell buttons to receive notification of when these shows go out. Also do lots of other content on this sort of stuff, the Renko stuff. If you like the charts, I've got lots of playlists, lots of free courses on the channel. Please just have a look through there and try and enjoy it and ask me questions there. Got a few comments in from people joining in, a few saying hello. There's Anand there from India. Hello to you. Hope you enjoyed the show. And all that's left for me to say for the FTSE 100 watch is thanks for tuning in. Good luck with your trading, and hope to see you again soon in some of the other shows. Thank you.